the Stroke-a-Chord Choir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Jacqueline Scarlett, and I've got the honour of welcoming you to Stroke-a-Chord's 10th annual concert. And I begin by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people, traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today, and I pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I'd also like to welcome our special guests, Michael Suka, the Federal Member for Deakin, Monica Cashin from the Music and Brain Foundation, and Jack Mulholland from the Maroondah Council. I'd also just like to recognise Bronwyn Jones, who would have loved to be here today. She was the Stroke-a-Chord's founding speech pathologist, and it will be her first performance or choir concert that she's missed in 10 years, but she's unfortunately unwell, so we send her a speedy recovery wishes. And I'd also like to just welcome you all here today. I don't know about you, but I still get warm fuzzies just at all being able to be in the same room together. It's been a tough couple of years for us all, so I think it is wonderful and just so exciting that we're here to celebrate the 10th concert with all of the choir members. So before we get stuck into the rest of the concert, we thought that it was important to provide some background to the choir for those who've not had the privilege of seeing the choir perform before. The Stroke-a-Chord Choir began in 2010 after an observation by Wendy Lyons, who's a stroke survivor herself and a fundamental part of the choir, that people who had aphasia, which is a loss of speech or language after a stroke, and she had the observation that people in her stroke support group could often sing. So the choir was formed with members from the Croydon Stroke Support Group, with assistance from the Maroondah City Council, and with assistance from the Eastern Communication Access Network. The choir was the first of its kind in Australia and has had many achievements. The choir's been involved in research demonstrating the positive effects of choirs for people post-strokes. And I've had the benefit of seeing this in person. My mum is a wonderful member of the choir, and my dad is a member of the band, and it is absolutely fabulous. Its members have written and published a book, Voices, which recounts their personal stories and has been the subject of a documentary about life with aphasia and the impact that it's had on the choir. And I'm going to give it a plug, and you can buy both of the DVD and the book over at just near the door for $10, either at interval or after the concert. The choir has also performed regularly at conferences over the years and at other concerts. And the choir has also featured in many television and radio programs. The choir's auspiced under the umbrella of the Music and Brain Foundation. And we can't emphasise enough the importance of music and singing as a benefit for this choir. Those who've experienced a left hemisphere stroke may not be able to speak, as this function is controlled by the left side of the brain. However, the pathway to singing is still intact, as it's located on the right hemisphere. And we know from research that music activates the whole brain. So, while a stroke survivor may not be able to speak, as you can see, they can sing. Being in the choir gives stroke survivors an opportunity to exercise their voice, and this benefit often carries over into everyday speech. And along with improved communication, being part of the choir reduces depression, improves mood, stimulates friendships, and provides a sense of belonging and purpose. And who wouldn't want that? The choir is empowered by the enjoyment that they give others and the role that they perform in educating the community about stroke and living with aphasia. So the choir chose the theme today, Living My Life, a song written by our keyboard and bass player Simon Fox, as it encapsulates the highs and lows of living with stroke and with life in general. Each week when the choir meets, the members share their journey with each other as they enjoy fun, friendship, love and laughter together. During the recent COVID lockdowns, the choir maintained regular contact via Zoom, sharing news and photos of what they'd been up to, and they were even able to sing songs together while still in their own homes. The people on this stage with me are a group of happy and positive people who've not let the misfortune of stroke hold them back. Today, they want to share with all of you the power of song and celebrate living positively no matter what the journey. So please welcome the Stroke-a-Chord Choir, and we hope you enjoy the performance.
We are grateful for the stories we've done, like flowers and sunsets and beaches. We are grateful for the neat things we've done, like family and friends and love. We're grateful for
Marissa.
We're grateful for
Gus.
We're grateful for
Heather.
We're grateful for
Musa.
We're grateful for
Michael.
We're grateful for
Rosa.
We're grateful for
Terry.
We're grateful for
Joe.
We're grateful for
Barry.
We're grateful for
Nicky.
Hey. We're grateful for
Simon.
We are grateful for the small things we've done, like flowers and sunsets and beaches. We are grateful for the neat things we've done, like family and friends and love. We're grateful for
Gail.
We're grateful for
Heather.
We're grateful for
Anne.
We're grateful for
David.
We're grateful for
That was Pat. I think you might have got it.
We're grateful for
Wendy.
We are grateful for the small things we've done, like flowers and sunsets and beaches. We are grateful for the neat things we've done, like family and friends and love. There
And the way it was written, well, first of all, it was organised by Christy, our previous choir conductor. Give us a wave, Christy. So, yes, give her a round of applause. So, what she did is she talked to the choir, made a list of different topics that they might like to write the song about, and the choir also chose the tempo, the style of the song, that sort of thing, and put it all... Oh, that's right, and then came up with lots of phrases, and then she sent them to me and put it together with a tune and a few chords, and this is it. So it's about the trials and tribulations of being a stroke survivor. It's called The Friendship Song.
There was a time when my world turned upside down. Some people I know no longer could be found. They made me sad, and I missed their company. They couldn't go. Someone to trust, someone to love, that's what friendship means to us. Someone who's kind, someone who shares, that's what friendship means to us. Something here, an open heart, that's what friendship means to us. A loyal soul, someone who cares, that's what friendship means to us. As time moves on, I have come to value those who understand and accept me as I am, sharing a smile and a silly laugh or two. Makes me feel so true and true. Someone to trust, someone to love, that's what friendship means to us. Someone who's kind, someone who shares, that's what friendship means to us. Listening ear, an open heart, that's what friendship means to us. A loyal soul, someone who cares, that's what friendship means to us. Someone to trust, someone to love, that's what friendship means to us. Someone who's kind, someone who shares, that's what friendship means to us. A listening ear, an open heart, that's what friendship means to us. A loyal soul, someone who cares, that's what friendship means to us. That's what friendship means to us. That's what friendship means to us.
All right, very good. Hi, Musa. Can I ask you some questions, please?
Yeah, sure.
Lovely, thank you. My first question is, what was your life like before you had a stroke?
Before stroke, I'm in Telstra and um, to Philippines, and also web designing as yeah.
Very good. And what happened on the day of your stroke?
My what happened is another friend and myself to the 1,000 steps, and after that to for to my web designing. There's a I think anyway. So with that there, and then afterwards to little bit sleep, and that's it.
That was it. Right. And when did that happen? Do you remember
Yes.
the date?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years or 12 years now.
Right. Very good. So how has it been with recovery? How have you found it? Hard or?
Sometimes yes, because first of all, pediatric or geriatric, the middle, no at all. So one thing, two thing is how to find out where to proceed and where to go and sort of stuff. So that's that. Then the another one is 1 second. What's the name? Spyro. So Spyro actually to Lesia, and Lesia is all then okay to choir group to another one. So less on all the stuff.
Different things you can do.
Yes.
Very good. So one of those is choir, Stroke-a-Chord choir. So why did you join the choir?
Because myself music fan, but already Indian music fan. So when this choir group, but not Indian, English, and I said okay, fine. So first of all, and secondly, my language is now revert to Pakistani, and that's the major problem because here English.
Of course.
So then I said, yeah, that's perfect.
So choir is helping
Yes.
with your English.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes, and again, choir group is the. So that's why I joined. I said, okay, yes.
And now that you've been in the choir, how do you like it? And what do you like about it?
A lot of people and stroke people, so that's the main thing. And secondly, talk, and after choir, little bit chat and talk, and so I said, yeah,
Great.
that's great.
Great. So apart from choir, what else do you like to do in your life? You do lots of things.
Yes. Movies. That's the one thing. Two thing. Second thing is to travel. Lots of travel. So, and another thing, and secondly, to food.
Very
Major things.
Very important. Very important. All right. So finally, for our concert, what's your favourite song in the concert that we're doing, and why? What do you like?
Well, because Australia, so I think the gum tree.
Ah,
Yes,
give me a home among the
gum tree.
Ah, terrific. That's great. Thank you, Musa.
Thank you.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it over. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. This'll help things turn out for the best. Always look on the right side of life. Always look on the right side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite a dessert, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy this your last chance anyhow. Always look on the bright side of life. Just before you draw your terminal breath, lies a piece of bricks when you let in. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show. Keep them laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh was on you. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
Come on, things look okay.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Words things happen. Sing it now.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Nothing, nothing. What have you lost? Nothing.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Thank you for clapping along and whatever else you were doing that I couldn't see. That's great. So we come to the final song in the first half. Don't go home yet. And this is the theme song for the concert, and it was written by Simon, as Jacqueline said earlier. So he wrote it not necessarily for the choir, but it seemed to be so appropriate. I put it to the choir. They said they'd like to learn it. I asked Simon. He said for the right amount of money, that would be fine. So here we go. This is called Living My Life.
What's life to feel lost, not knowing which river to cross? So I look in my heart, but the answer's not there. So I travel through life, take the good with all that's right.
That was absolutely beautiful. Just a gorgeous song, Simon. Well done, everybody. We are now going to break for interval, but before we do break, I want to remind you to buy some raffle tickets. You can go over and see Mutton near the door if you haven't already done so. So the prizes include a wonderful quilt made by choir member Rosa, a hamper donated by Michael Suka, the member for Deakin, although I believe it contains a lot of chocolate and my 13-year-old son has already spent a couple of weeks of pocket money to get tickets for that one. A selection of wines donated by Semken Landscaping and a range of garden supplies also donated by Semken Landscaping. And Martin Semken will draw the raffle just after the interval, so make sure you get in there and buy those tickets now. So we'll break for 20 minutes. There is tea, coffee and water available in the coffee shop, which I believe is just through the corridor there, for a gold coin donation. Don't also forget to have a look at the CD and books over near the door, and we'll see you in 20 minutes. Thank you. welcome back to the second half. To start, I have great pleasure in welcoming Martin Semken to the stage to draw the raffle. Me to hold them? Do you want
You
to?
can hold them. They're well stirred up.
We got specific order of prizes?
No, I think you can go and pick your prize, I reckon.
Okay.
I reckon. It's a red ticket. An A005. I reckon that's your dad. Yeah. Barry, are you looking at your tickets there? Yeah. You thought? Yeah. Yeah. Are you taking the chocolates? No. No. Oh, look at that. So you're taking the, what are you taking, Barry? Quilt. Put the quilt aside. So, oh, he promised Charlie if he won, he'd have the chocolates. I heard him promise. All stuck together. It's a green ticket. 40040. Green ticket 040. Yes! If you go and see Nicole, she'll give you a prize. Go and pick whichever you want. There's the chocolates gone, Charlie. It's another red one. 089. Red ticket 89. '89. Red 89. Oh, beauty. What would you like? Red 89. There you are. So go and see Nicole for a prize there. Oh, it's green again. 51. There you are. Go and see Nicole. There's a blue one there. A blue ticket 002. A blue ticket 002. Yeah, I think it's that lady over there. Yep. Blue 002.
Azaleas?
Yeah. Yep. 002. Blue 002. Yep. I know it's her. Because she wanted 2 tickets out of every book.
Oh, did she? How sweet.
Yeah. It's a yellow. 004. There you go.
Very healthy.
Yeah, they are. Okay. A green ticket. 008. Green ticket 008. Green 008. Yep. Go and collect your prize. A blue ticket. 18. Yep. 018. 018. Blue ticket. Yeah. Gonna go up and collect your prize. Did you win? It's rigged. We went to one that was rigged. There's the ticket. Blue ticket, 54. Blue ticket, number 54. Blue ticket, number 54. Did we find that? Oh, yep. How many have we got left, Nicole? Nicole, have we got many left? That's it now? Well done.
All right.
I'll take the pot back.
Thank you. Well, congratulations to all of our prize winners. There are some very healthy plants heading back to the seats, which is fabulous. And now we have a really special treat. So Joanna Selleck will play a flute solo for us. So Jo is a composer and musicologist. She teaches composition at Melbourne University, where she's an honorary fellow. Her compositions have been performed by some of the most renowned performers in Australia and internationally, including the Queensland, Tasmanian and Melbourne Symphony Orchestras and the Asian Composers League festivals in Singapore, Israel and Vietnam. We are indeed most fortunate to have her support of our choir, and this afternoon she'll perform Syrinx by Claude Debussy. Please make her feel welcome.
There's a story behind this piece, and it comes from Greek mythology, so I thought I'd share that with you. Syrinx is the name of a wood nymph, and she was being pursued through the woods by an amorous god, Pan. And to escape Pan, she came to the edge of a lake, and she asked the water nymphs for help. And they turned her into reeds at the side of the lake. And when Pan got to the lake, he saw that she disappeared, and he cut the reeds and he formed them into a flute, and this is the song that he played on the flute. And this is Debussy's response to the song that he played on the flute. And I'd like to dedicate this to my father, Richard, who passed away just a few days ago. Thank you. So this is for you, Dad.
Joe, thank you. That was just spectacular, and what a beautiful tribute to your father. Before we welcome back the Stroke-a-Chord Choir for the second half of today's performance, I'd like to share with you some more information about the choir members, and why this performance and all their performances are just so special. Strokes are a really significant issue for Australians. Do you realise that 1 in 6 Australians will have a stroke in their lifetime? And of these, 20% are under age 55. 30% of stroke survivors are of working age, so under 65. And approximately 1/3 of people who have strokes also end up with aphasia. The people who are on stage have each experienced an event that has changed their lives. Having survived a stroke, they've been left with aphasia, and many have difficulty finding and producing words to express themselves. Aphasia can also mean an inability to recall words, form sentences, name things, or to understand what is being said. Aphasia may also affect the ability to understand numbers and the written word. So, what is a stroke? A stroke is a bleed or blockage in the brain that causes damage. The damage can be in the left hemisphere or half of the brain, or in the right. And the choir members here today have all had left hemisphere strokes, which results in weakness or paralysis on the opposite side, the right side of their body. However, despite having limited or no speech, the choir members use their voices to express themselves. Many can sing words that they can't say, and they've successfully learnt new lyrics and music in new songs, which is just amazing. And the choir members celebrate these successes each week in rehearsals. And each of the people on stage with me today, they all have their own story. They've all experienced despair and frustration, but as you see today, also joy and hope. They've overcome incredible obstacles to bring this performance to you here today. And today the choir wants to acknowledge Wendy Lyons, the founder of the choir, as I explained earlier. So Wendy had a stroke 22 years ago and temporarily lost her speech, and now has become a voice for those who can't speak. Wendy is a powerhouse of energy and enthusiasm. She's always the first to arrive at her rehearsals and the last to leave. She's a founder, ambassador, and member of the choir. And we'd now like to present a spotlight on Wendy Lyons.
Wendy, could you give an outline of your life before your stroke?
Yes, well, it was a pretty ordinary one. Married, 5 children, all girls. I'm lucky. Worked at Peter Mac as a therapy radiographer, working with people with cancer until had the first child and left. Then went back when the others were at school, retrained, requalified, and worked again until I retired. So, only job I've ever done. Absolutely loved it, knowing that I could help people who were living and dying with cancer.
So what happened on the day of your stroke on August the 8th, 2000?
Yes, the day of the opening for the Olympic Games in China. I'd had the flu, my father had just died, I was looking after my stepmother who had dementia, and it was a beautiful day, out in the garden, weeding, and suddenly, foot went numb. I thought, that's strange, so I climbed out of the garden bed and realised it wasn't just my foot, it was my leg, it was my hand, it was going up the whole of the right side. I thought, oh, I think I'm having a stroke. So I staggered up to the front door, opened the door and yelled out to the family, help. And my husband didn't think there was anything wrong with me. I looked all right, I had 2 hands, 2 legs, I was speaking. What could be wrong? I said, no, it's a stroke. let's get to the hospital immediately. So we were at the Austin Hospital within about 20 minutes. And ahead of all the others in the waiting room, thought, oh, okay, it's serious. And I'm told after, yes, I had had a stroke.
So what were some of the ways in which the stroke impacted your life, both positively and negatively?
The stroke, in a way, I was so lucky because I didn't get paralysed like so many of us did. But the whole of my right side was numb, couldn't feel it, couldn't find it. And if I did find it, I couldn't use it. Everything was so weak, so I couldn't walk, couldn't use my hand. And then I had this terrible nerve pain, which 22 years later I still got. But I can't get rid of it. I can live with it. It isn't so important in my life. But I had to challenges. How am I going to learn to walk? So, well, if I can't see my foot and don't even know it's there, I can remember that I had a foot. So I started thinking, okay, heel down, move across, toe down, lift. Found that it actually worked. I couldn't feel it, but if I looked at it and talked to it, it did work. And even today now, I still can't feel it. I still often can't find it. But if I look at it and talk to it, it works. So, no, people, when they see me, don't really realise that I've had a stroke because what's to be seen? Because this is all hidden. So, things that I've lost is that if I touch anything or anything touches my right hand, it feels like a bad burn. If I touch, or water touches me, if it's hot water, it's cool. If it's cold water, it burns. So everything is upside down. Rough things are smooth, smooth things are rough. Nothing feels right. So I've now got to use the left hand to tell me all the things that I once knew with the right hand because I'm so right hand dominant. Very difficult having to find something and think, no, I can't believe that. I've got to use the other side. But practice makes perfect. I can do it.
Was it easy to get information and support back in 2000, and has the situation changed since then?
It was pretty difficult then. The neurologist that I first saw said to me, oh, everything will be right in 3 weeks. I thought, oh, this is great. So I wasn't told that I needed any physio or any rehab at all. Went to my doctor and said, look, I think it'd be better if I had something. Oh, well, we'll try. So it took 4 weeks after the stroke before I could even see someone to get any rehab done. So by that time I was doing it myself, you know. Move my fingers, touch the fingers with the other hand, tell my thumb, right thumb, this is your right thumb, and stroke the right thumb with the left hand and go through trying to pick up things. So I was practicing. So I was allowed 9 hours of rehab twice a week, 9 hours total. And I was told, well, you're not getting any better, that's it. And that was all I had, the information. Now it's great. They're realising that when you lose all sensory perception, which is what I'd lost, and proprioception, which means you don't know where your hand and foot is in space, they're doing things about it, but it wasn't available then. And I'm glad now that people aren't as lost as I was.
How did the Stroke-a-Chord choir come to be formed, and what sort of impact has the choir had?
I fortunately found out there was a stroke support group close by, went to it, and we were doing lots of things, lots of artwork that I'd introduced, and then some days we were doing some sing-alongs, and I discovered that some of the people sitting beside me who couldn't speak at all, I had 3 words, hello, and the others aren't repeatable. But when we sang, he could sing every word, and I thought, I've got to do something. So talked to Jack Mulholland, the Metro Access Officer, Maroondah Council, told him what I wanted, and he said, oh, I could do something about that. And with his ability to get in touch with people and my pushing that this had to be done, after 2 years of trying, we actually got the choir started. And joy, the first day we had 12 people turn up, many that we hadn't even met, they weren't from that stroke group. And they left with smiles on their faces and joy in their eyes and even a bounce in their step. And it was just brilliant. And ever since then, every week, it's just the same. It's so joyful to know that the people who can't speak, they can still communicate. they can identify with others, and we just have fun.
So what are some of your current interests and involvements?
In my life, yes, in my life, I love looking after the family, grandchildren, children. I love travelling. I love photographing things. I like doing a bit of painting and other arts and crafts. Can't do the things that I love, like dancing or playing sport or running, because I fall over and I can't walk backwards. But there's so much seeing people and talking to people and reading and gardening, and life's a ball. Not what I had planned, but it's good.
And finally, what is your favourite song from today's concert and why?
Living my life, because it expresses all the things that I can do, even the bad times, but they're better times, and it's just great. Simon, you wrote a fabulous song, and I'm singing it every day.
Thank you, Wendy, for sharing your thoughts. And the choir are really so glad that you are all here today to join them in their performance and to celebrate these truly special voices. So I'd now like to welcome back the Stroke-a-Chord Choir.
Thank you, and thank you, Jackie. Back in March this year, we were very, very fortunate to be invited to perform at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show, invited through Martin Semkin and his business. So he had a big display there. The display was called Tramlines, and the focus of the display was designed with people with disabilities in mind. So there were lots of yellow flowered plants, because that's, you know, a bright colour. There was places for wheelchairs to fit, places that were easy access seating, etc. And one of the exciting things was that Australian of the Year, Dylan Alcott, was involved in the design of the garden, and we were not promised by Martin, but there was a chance that Dylan would be there at the time that we performed. But even half an hour before our performance, we weren't sure if he was going to make it, but he did. He did make it. So we're going to sing the 3 songs that we performed then as individual songs, separate songs. This is a medley. There's an overhead. You'll see some of the choir members at the end of the photo montage. You'll see some of them slightly disgracing themselves when they met Dylan, but please ignore that. We call it the Flora medley.
I like the rolling hills and I like the fun.
Thank you. Now, it wouldn't be a Stroke-a-Chord concert without some audience participation. So this is your big moment. Let's go. Thanks, Henry. We've missed that. So this is a song called Country Life. And the premise is that our good friend Barrymore has been watching too many repeats of Escape to the Country. So he's having a midlife crisis. He's decided to have a tree change and come and live in the country as opposed to the city. What he doesn't realise is that in the country there are farm animals that can be just as noisy. So we need your help with this. If we pop up the next slide, we've got some lyrics for you to practice first. So the first one is the rooster going cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up with you, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up with you. Beautiful, that's lovely. Although when we get to the end of the song, we want it to be very loud, aggressive and annoying for Barrymore. The next one is the donkey. All through the day, hee-haw, and at night I'll hee-haw once more. All through the day, hee-haw, and at night I'll hee-haw once more. And the third and final one is moo, 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 good night to you. Moo, 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 good night to you. Okay, very good. Are you ready? So, yeah, so we'll go through the song. You'll hear those parts. Feel free to join in, but we particularly want you joining in at the end to scare him off. Make him realise the bad decision that he's made. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, how peaceful living in the country, far away from the noisy town. Oh, how peaceful living in the country, is a place to settle down. Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up with you. Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up with you. Oh, how peaceful living in the country, far away from the noisy town. Oh, how peaceful living in the country, is a place to settle down. All through the day, hee-haw, and the night I'll hee-haw once more. All through the day, hee-haw, and the night I'll hee-haw once more. Oh, how peaceful living in the country, far away from the noisy town. Oh, how peaceful living in the country, is a place to settle down. Moo, 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 good night to you. Moo, 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 good night to you. Not so peaceful living in the country, far away from the noisy town. Not so peaceful living in the country, is a place to settle down. This part. Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up with you. Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, 6 in the morning, up
Well done, thank you very much. You're naturals. Donkeys, no.
I would just say my granddaughter saw me do this a couple of weeks ago and said, "Pop, the acting wasn't bad, but you looked ridiculous."
Very good. Does anyone want a chair? Thank you. Okay. It's all right, Barry, we've got all day. I go around and look for you. One. All good? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
shines all around us. Let that feeling grab you deep inside and set you reeling. Where your love now hides in its feeling. Through the brilliant eyes of your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean, it's the season. And let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm sweet nights. There's a reason for the candle lights which be the season. When those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under this loving embrace, and feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you know what I mean, that's the reason. That's the reason. That's the reason.
And now a song we sing at every Stroke-a-Chord concert. Thank you for the music. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty, what would life be without
Before the choir's final performance this afternoon, I now have the really important job of thanking all of the onstage and offstage stars who've helped to put this show together and to make this performance possible. So enormous thanks to the highly talented Simon Fox on keyboard. And bass. Oh, I've made a mistake. Getting told off by your dad in front of whole audience. Sorry, I know what's going on now. And also to the extraordinary flautist, Joanna Selican, for your performance today. Simon and Joe, can I ask you to come over and collect a small token of appreciation from the choir? And we can applaud them again because they're wonderful. Yes. Sorry, just family discussion. The choir's own wonderful musicians deserve thanks. So Barry and Nick, well done and thank you. The choir also wants to thank all of the relatives and friends who make this performance and this choir possible, and I know that encompasses most of you today, so thank you. And finally, Adrian deserve a huge amount of thanks. Adrian, our conductor, who puts his heart and soul, I know, because I hear through the grapevine, into this choir and to making this performance, but the choir as a whole, just such a resounding success. So thank you. And I think you need to come over. Does your chord? Oh, later. Okay. And as I started the performance by saying to thank you everybody for coming here today. It's been a gap of a couple of years, and I think we've all really felt it. And so really appreciate you all coming today, supporting the choir, and being such a part of this extraordinary performance. And I also want to say congratulations to the choir for surviving 2 years of lockdown and thriving, and bringing back to us your wonderful gift and your wonderful joy, and just being the inspirational performers that you are. So thank you. And I'd now like to welcome the choir back. Oh. No? Okay, another family dilemma.
We get on really well. I would like to thank Jackie for emceeing today. As you can see, she just makes things flow very smoothly and beautifully, and we love having her here and this is about the third time, fourth time you've done it. So thank you very much, Jackie.
Thanks, Dad. I would now like to welcome the choir back for their final performance. Thank you.
It's maybe not a performance. It's the song we finish every rehearsal. It's the goodbye song, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. One more time. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, Thank you all very much. And thank you to TLC Church for having us and doing such a great job. All those four wise monkeys up the back. And Heather and Francis with the afternoon tea, thank you so much. See you next time.